Ready? Play.
You mentioned that match that you played against Naomi recently. You won a title on grass coming into this. You're playing supremely well. Martina Navratilova was saying how well that you were playing. Serve, return, absolutely complete on the grass. How comfortable are you feeling out here on this surface?
I'm feeling all the pressure now after you said this. No, I love grass. I love to play on this surface. The season is so short for us, so I try to enjoy it. And yeah, it's just it's perfect that I can be here my second week and I can prolong this short season and be here in London with all of you.
Huge congratulations. Through to the semi-final, Karolina.
There you go, Karolina Muchova into her first ever Wimbledon semi-final. And she's going to be playing Coco Gauff, who is also in her first ever Wimbledon semi-final. Now, the head-to-head, as I've seen one or two people already highlight on social media, is 6-1 in favor of Coco Gauff. That one victory, though, was their most recent occasion when they played in Stuttgart. So that's good news for Karolina, that she has at least reversed that trend, winning the most recent encounter between these two. And it was a big win, I felt, for Karolina, that one, in terms of the momentum of their rivalry, which has largely been one-way traffic. There have been sets that have gone the way of Karolina, as you'll see. There was a set at the Australian Open this year. And that was it, actually. It was the Australian Open this year when Karolina won her first set over Coco. So maybe that was a sign of things to come. But this is their first match on grass. So I do think, in terms of grass court pedigree, and I think I said before that match they had in Stuttgart, the one that eventually Muchova, where she got her first win, it was like natural surfaces, but in particular grass is where Muchova probably will get her first win. Well, she got it on the clay in Stuttgart rather than on the grass, for example, at Wimbledon. And Muchova, in terms of her run, she has come through in straights over Zakharova. Then there was a straight sets win over Zhang and a straight sets win over Sawankao. I remember watching that. Sawankao did serve for the second set, but ultimately Muchova got over the line. But really good couple of wins now, back-to-back for Karolina, justifying her semi-final berth for the first time in her career at Wimbledon. A three-set win over her compatriot Barbora Krejcikova, followed by Naomi Osaka in the quarterfinals, and Osaka playing the best grass court tennis of her career. I think, you know, you can't be much more battle-hardened than that if you're looking at it from Muchova's perspective. As for Coco Gauff, well, a very surprising run, as particularly from this observer here. I did not see her getting to the semi-finals, having not won a match on grass in 2 years coming into this tournament. Now, of course, you don't play that many grass court matches. That was just 3 losses in a row. For someone who's never made the quarters at Wimbledon before, this year, not only has she made the quarters, she's gone one step further, beating Korpach in 3 sets in round 2. In the first round, coming through Sierra. I actually thought Sierra might knock her out, and it was very, 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 very close, as you can see in that second round match where she won the deciding set tiebreak by 10 points to 7. She then comes through Claire Liu in 3 sets in the third round, and then another 3-set battle against Belinda Bencic. I did lean Coco going into that match because I didn't think Bencic is showing quite the level that I think she's capable of. But Pegula today, she lost that first set. She was down a break. She reeled Pegula in. She was down a break again. But Pegula, just a bit passive today. Felt like she was running out of steam, Jessica. I don't know if she was tired, whether it was the weather, whether she was unwell, whether it was an injury, or maybe just was a bit tense. Playing the occasion, also playing the opponent in terms of Coco Gauff, who came through deservedly in the end. 6-3 in that third set. It felt like she was the one feeling much better out there to set up this semi-final with Karolina Muchova. So, how do I see it going? I think Muchova's getting another win to get her second win over Coco Gauff in a row, and therefore make her first ever Wimbledon final and her second ever Grand Slam final. They've met in a semi-final before at Slam at the US Open, and Muchova had her chances there. But I'm going to just lean Muchova just because of those 2 matches and her pedigree on this surface. As long as she can hold her nerve and serve as beautifully as she did today, with the exception of those first 2 games of the match when she got broken. From that moment onwards, she was pretty good on serve. And if she can serve that well against Coco, I think she takes it.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis.
Ready? Play.
You mentioned that match that you played against Naomi recently. You won a title on grass coming into this. You're playing supremely well. Martina Navratilova was saying how well that you're playing. Serve, return, absolutely complete on the grass. How comfortable are you feeling out here on this surface?
I'm feeling all the pressure now after you said this. No, I love grass. I love to play on this surface. The season is so short for us, so I try to enjoy it. And yeah, it's just it's perfect that I can be here my second week and I can prolong this short season and be here in London with all of you.
Huge congratulations. Through to the semi-final.
There you go, Karolina Muchova into her first ever Wimbledon semi-final. And she's going to be playing Coco Gauff, who is also in her first ever Wimbledon semi-final. Now, the head-to-head, as I've seen one or two people already highlight on social media, is 6-1 in favor of Coco Gauff. That one victory, though, was their most recent occasion when they played in Stuttgart. So that's good news for Karolina, that she has at least reversed that trend, winning the most recent encounter between these two. And it was a big win, I felt, for Karolina, that one, in terms of the momentum of their rivalry, which has largely been one-way traffic. There have been sets that have gone the way of Karolina, as you'll see. There was a set at the Australian Open this year. And that was it, actually. It was the Australian Open this year when Karolina won her first set over Coco. So maybe that was a sign of things to come. But this is their first match on grass. So I do think, in terms of grass court pedigree, and I think I said before that match they had in Stuttgart, the one that eventually Muchova, where she got her first win, it was like natural surfaces, but in particular grass is where Muchova probably will get her first win. Well, she's been on the grass, for example, at Wimbledon. And Muchova, in terms of her run, she has come through in straights over Zakharova. Then there was a straight sets win over Zhang and a straight sets win over Sawankao. I remember watching that. Sawankao did serve for the second set, but ultimately Muchova got over the line. But really good couple of wins now, back-to-back for Karolina, justifying her semi-final berth for the first time in her career at Wimbledon. A three-set win over her compatriot Barbora Krejcikova, followed by Naomi Osaka in the quarterfinals, and Osaka playing the best grass court tennis of her career. I think, you can't be much more battle-hardened than that if you're looking at it from Muchova's perspective. As for Coco Gauff, well, a very surprising run, as particularly from this observer here. I did not see her getting to the semi-finals, having not won a match on grass in 2 years coming into this tournament. Now, of course, you don't play that many grass court matches. That was just 3 losses in a row. But someone who's never made the quarters at Wimbledon before, this year, not only has she made the quarters, she's gone one step further, beating Korpach in 3 sets in in the first round, coming through Sierra. I actually thought Sierra might knock her out, and it was very, 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 very close, as you can see in that second round match where she won the deciding set tiebreak by 10 points to 7. She then comes through Claire Liu in 3 sets in the third round, and then another 3-set battle against Belinda Bencic. I did lean Coco going into that match because I didn't think Bencic is showing quite the level that I think she's capable of. But Pegula today, she lost that first set. She was down a break. She reeled Pegula in. She was down a break again. But Pegula, just a bit passive today. Felt like she was running out of steam, Jessica. I don't know if she was tired, whether it was the weather, whether she was unwell, whether it was an injury, or maybe just was a bit tense. Playing the occasion, also playing the opponent in terms of Coco Gauff, who came through deservedly in the end. 6-3 in that third set. It felt like she was the one feeling much better out there to set up this semi-final with Karolina Muchova. So, how do I see it going? I think Muchova's getting another win to get her second win over Coco Gauff in a row, and therefore make her first ever Wimbledon final and her second ever Grand Slam final. They've met in a semi-final before at Slam at the US Open, and Muchova had her chances there. But I'm going to just lean Muchova just because of those 2 matches and her pedigree on this surface. As long as she can hold her nerve and serve as beautifully as she did today, with the exception of those first 2 games of the match when she got broken. From that moment onwards, she was pretty good on serve. And if she can serve that well against Coco, I think she takes it.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis.
Ready? Play.
You mentioned that match that you played against Naomi recently. You won a title on grass coming into this. You're playing supremely well. Martina Navratilova was saying how well that you're playing. Serve, return, absolutely complete on the grass. How comfortable are you feeling out here on this surface?
I'm feeling all the pressure now after you said this. No, I love grass. I love to play on this surface. The season is so short for us, so I try to enjoy it. And yeah, it's just it's perfect that I can be here my second week and I can prolong this short season and be here in London with all of you.
Huge congratulations. Through to the semi-final.
There you go, Karolina Muchova into her first ever Wimbledon semi-final. And she's going to be playing Coco Gauff, who is also in her first ever Wimbledon semi-final. Now, the head-to-head, as I've seen one or two people already highlight on social media, is 6-1 in favor of Coco Gauff. That one victory, though, was their most recent.
My name is Clara Towson and I'm a friend of the show.
Boom.
I am Francisca George and I'm a friend of the show.
Perfect.
Hi, my name is Susan Leemans and I'm a friend of the show.
Boom. Yeah.
My name is Zainab Sammaz and I'm a friend of the show.
Vickery and I'm a friend of the show.
Boom.
Hi, my name is Lloyd Harris and I'm a friend of the show.
Perfect.
Hi, my name is Jan Faria and I'm a friend of the show.
Boom.
Yes.
Take one. Well done.
Hi, my name is Jasmine Paolini and I'm a friend of the show.
Wow, Jasmine, you got it in one time.
Ready? Play.
My name is Clara Towson and I'm a friend of the show.
Boom.
I am Francisca George and I'm a friend of the show.
Wonderful that you're friends of the show. But let's get on with the show today, which of course is the Wimbledon semi-finals, beginning with Karolina Muchova against Coco Gauff. Gauff serving first and is up 30-15 on her serve. You can imagine the Muchova is going to go to the forehand a bit more than the backhand, although right now she's in a backhand exchange. Now she's changed it up into the forehand up the middle of the court. I still think you need to go a little bit further. That's more like it into the forehand, Karolina. Now she goes to the drop shot, but way too much height on that. And Coco punishes. Doreen thinks the underdog will win. Who's the underdog? Because I don't know. I mean, I didn't envisage this Coco Gauff semi-final run happening. Her pedigree in the grass, well, she even admits it, is next to nothing after that breakout run in 2019. She hadn't won a match on grass for 2 years. She went out first round of Berlin this year to Paula Badosa. What she must be thinking right now, I don't know. But she has just held serve, and she is the higher-ranked player. She has a 6-1 head-to-head as well. So I can see a case for both players being a favourite. Muchova, of course, slices a lot more than the average player on tours. We're seeing from those stats. In Wimbledon, this year's Wimbledon alone, she hits the slice 42% of the time on the backhand. So the ball is coming to the backhand, and almost 50%, almost every other backhand, she is slicing. The average for those players at Wimbledon when it comes towards the backhand is about 1 in 5 rather than 1 in 2. So that tells you a little bit about the style of play that she has.
Coming up. like when you put them out there, the chance of it happening, decrease. But I definitely have goals I want to meet. And
15 love here for Muchova.
I missed watching you play over the last month. Questions. First one is about your backhand. It's an amazing shot. But I read, I think it was 5-6 months ago, you're a natural lefty.
Yeah.
So how did that come up? Overhand righty.
Well, I played baseball out here, and I don't know. I know my parents tried to switch me to lefty when I was like 6 years old, and apparently I threatened to quit. And my brother had just quit, so like they're like, all right, well, we're not gonna do that. But probably one of the more poor life decisions. Decisions I made.
15 all. Good morning, Jake. Do check out our interviews that Brenner has been doing in Newport. We got them up on TikTok and on Instagram, but also on YouTube as well. $15 all here. Who is the favourite, Jake? Because I don't know. I don't know. I think if Muchova, who sometimes I'm not sure about in terms of the occasion, Muchova can deal with this occasion, I think she wins. But it's difficult. Just because Dorian here says the underdog will win, and I'm just like, I don't know who the underdog is. Nice, but Coco's going to get there, but she's not going to get it over the net. So 40-15.
Yeah, for sure, both. I like the chance of it happening, to be completely honest with you, but that's what happens. You get injured. It's like I said in the other interview, it's July. It's a long year, so I've got plenty of time to make up ground.
Awesome. All right, well, good luck the rest of the way, and thanks so much for taking the time.
Thanks, man. Appreciate you.
Appreciate that.
So 1 game all. Okay, Gauff here on the forehand goes into the net. Not for the first nor the last time today. The Coco Gauff forehand not quite functioning. $15 all. But it is 15:30 now. Double fault Coco Gauff, and we're at 15:40. First break points of the match. Going to be for Karolina Muchova. Is this game sort of a typical Coco Gauff game? Kind of. It's a good forehand from Coco. Now it's on her backhand. Backhand cross court from Muchova into the backhand of Coco, which is staying on that backhand, but the backhand from Muchova breaks down. A double-handed backhand from her into the net. Forehand from Coco goes into the net. We've got the break. 2-1. Muchova leads. So Muchova leads 2-1. She's got the early break. Forehand from Muchova goes into the net, and it's love 15. Good to see we've got plenty of people in the chat here. Derek here. Kostyuk or Noskova? Please answer. I think Noskova. Yeah, I think. But I don't know. What do you think, Jake? How am I feeling? That's a curious question, Jake. You always worry me with that when you ask me that. It's a nice backhand there from Muchova. Backhand slice up the line, but that's not going to be good enough, and Gauff punishes it. Love 30. Do make sure you hit that like button, people, and if you are new to the channel, hit subscribe. Okay, 15-30. Forehand here from Muchova goes into the net, and it's 15-40. As Gauff looks to strike back immediately. It's never a break until you consolidate. Backhand slice here. It's going to go just over the net, but Coco's going to get there. But that's a wonderful volley from Muchova. From pretty deep on the court. I thought Gauff could have got a racket on that, but maybe she thought it was going to go long. Maybe. Miss-hit return from Gauff. Victor thinks Noskova's winning. Yeah, I think so too. But hey, who knows? Forehand return from Coco goes into the net. And we're going to have a game point now for Karolina Muchova, having saved 2 great points. Gauff forehand doesn't work in terms of being aggressive down the line, and it's 3-1. That's good play from Muchova. Love 15. Do let me know in the live chat where you are tuning in from. Interesting decision for Wimbledon to put the Ferry Zverev on match first. I thought that was a little curious, bearing in mind Djokovic and Sinner played their semi-finals the day before. Drop shot here from Muchova is going to be too good. Love 30. $15.30, and there's a come on from Coco Gauff. Ah, that's a nice forehand winner there from Karolina Muchova. We should have Valdez and Amanda bringing you the second semi-final. I think Amanda will be on her own at times. Muchova on the stretch. Forehand here from Gauff. Lob from Muchova is going to go long. Surprised she went for the lob there. I think she had the time to perhaps pick a spot either side of Coco. But hey, what do I know? Good serve from Coco out wide. Now it's on her forehand. A defensive shot. We've got a smash here for Coco, which she's going to miss horribly. 4-1 Muchova. Now that smash, she's got to be making that. I know it's a big occasion and it's a smash, but she's so close to the net. She just makes a decent contact with that and she wins the point. Given how close she is to the net, she's not putting that in the net either. Anyway, there we go. So I talked about settling in this match. No doubt that Karolina has settled quicker. Somewhat surprising to this observer, at least. As we look at a bunch of people, I don't know who any of them are. Maybe I should. I'm on the coffee, people. What are you on? Gauff is a two-time Grand Slam champion. She won, of course, the 2023 US Open and the 2025 Roland Garros title, beating Sabalenka in 3 sets in both of those finals. It looks like we've lost Jake. Come back, Jake. So, love 15 here. Second serve. Backhand return is pretty good from Coco. And the slice from Muchova goes into the net. Now, remember, after Muchova got the early break, in her next service game, she was down 15-40. Okay, second serve here as well for Gauff to look at. Forehand return, backhand from Coco, forehand Gauff. Just keep on that forehand and eventually you'll think it'll break down. Oh, a little net cord there. But she's missed the volley. She's missed the volley, people. So it's love 40. Forehand return. Slice here from Muchova's got some good depth on it. Coco's having to trail back. But Gauff is very much in this rally. Now it's going to go too far to the right of Coco, though. And it is going to be 15-40. Okay. Forehand now from Muchova into the backhand of Coco, which goes into the net. 30-40. More break points coming and going.
Never a match where I played in college and I felt like it was.
All right, awesome. I'm here with Reese Brantmeyer.
30-40. Gauff ready to pounce. Out wide, backhand return. Forehand here from Muchova is really good. She's got the volley. She puts it away. Deuce.
College environment is just something that was so.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much for the time, and good luck the rest of the way.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks. Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Little by little, whether it's on or off of work.
Total unforced errors in this match. 8 for Coco, 4 for Muchova, and it's a game point now for Karolina.
And if I'm able to keep that enjoyment and focus, I will be able to talk.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, thank you so much for the time, and good luck the rest of the way.
Thanks so much. Thanks so much.
Forehand return, backhand now from Coco. It's going to go long, and Muchova holds for 5-1. She's one game away, people. Just uploading a members-only video. Do check that interview out with Reese Brantmeyer from the WTA Tour. If you want to become a member and get exclusive footage, including some interviews with men and women from both tours, then you can become a member. And you can do so for as little as €2 or $2 a month. $15 here for Coco, becomes 15 all. Okay, serve down the tee. Backhand return is going to land out. So 30-15. Becomes 40-15. (40-30). First serve from Coco goes into the net. Backhand return from Muchova into the forehand of Coco Gauff. Now on the backhand of Muchova, going cross court here with some good depth on it. Forehand from Muchova going in behind Coco. Now it's another forehand for her going into the backhand of Coco. And that's going to go long from Gauff, so it is deuce. This first set could be over and done with pretty quickly because it's just 2 more points that Muchova needs to win this first set. Slice kind of drop shot there, but Coco's in at the net. She's going to be passed here. No, but she's going to have an incredible reaction volley that she's going to cushion back over the net. Karolina Muchova's going to chase it down, but she's not going to make it. Back to deuce. Do let me know in the live chat, where are you watching this match from? First serve goes long from Coco. We've not had a set point yet, but we've had a couple of deuces in this game. Muchova as well, I think, has saved great points in this set. 5 of them, sorry. That return from Muchova goes long on the backhand side. So we've got another game point here for Coco to get to 5-2. It feels like a lost cause, but of course, knowing Coco, she's not going to give up just yet. Coco holds. Do make sure you hit that like button, people. And if you're new to the channel, hit subscribe. Yeah, and let me know where in the world you're watching from, and I'll try and share some of those on the screen in a moment. And let me know who you think is going to win this match. Of course, at the moment, it's advantage Muchova, but tennis can change quickly. (5-2) Muchova. Just catching up, Silk. I was in the shower. Morning, John and chat. Just stopping by to send my best to everybody. Well, thank you very much, Ghosty. I'm cool with all 4 ladies making the finals, but I'm hoping Kostyuk will make it so young Master Jake will have something to live for. Jake needs this, tennis gods. I'm out. Enjoy the peace. Laughing my... Yeah. I did put a poll up, actually, on YouTube yesterday, which was gathering pace with plenty of votes. Let's see where we're at with that poll. This was interesting. 3,500 votes, and almost half went the way of Coco. For me, it's a bit of a surprise. For me, there's something about Noskova at the moment, I think, in terms of her temperament. She's got the least number of votes here. I'm leaning Noskova and Muchova to make it to the final, and then I'm leaning Noskova in the final. What is the Noskova Muchova head-to-head? I'm going to have a look at that now. $15 love here on the Muchova serve. The Noskova Muchova head-to-head, they've only played each other once on the main tour. And it was a win last year at the US Open for Muchova at 3 sets. Okay. So that's their head-to-head. Kostyuk, you think Kostyuk's beating Muchova? You think Kostyuk's beating Noskova? I'm not so sure. Not so sure, Jakey. Yeah, that's the other thing with Muchova. Just got to stay healthy. Was it you, Jake, who was asking me about some of my favourite players on the tour recently? Might have been. Might have been you. I can't remember. Or maybe it was a while ago you asked me about. All check final, but leaning Muchova, says Victor. Could serve out wide there from Muchova, but it's a decent return from... what a backhand that is from Coco Gauff. Sweeping it up off the floor. 15-30. She's not done yet. Just uploading an interview with Reese Brandmeier that Brenna did in Newport after her win over Sasha Vickery yesterday. That interview is going to be for members only, though. Oh, is that a backhand winner from... Is that landed in? It has. Wow, what a backhand up the line that is. Just clipping the line there. Close call, of course, but... 99% out is 100% in. Dun, dun, dun. Nice forehand return there from Coco, but now it's on her backhand, which is going to go long. We've got a set point for Karolina Muchova. Ace for Muchova. And she wins the first set by 6-2. Taking a huge step towards her first ever Wimbledon final and her second Grand Slam final. The last one didn't end well for Karolina in that she was a breakup in the third against Swiatek, but ultimately Iga came back to win the match. What about this one, though? Oakley dokley. So we're going to see some stats from that set? Maybe. Yes, we are. Here we go. 1 ace for Muchova, and I think that was what sealed the first set. 1 double fault for Coco Gauff, which by her standards is totally fine, 1 per set. But no aces from Coco, and only 56% of her first serves landing in. Mind you, Muchova, listen to this, 41% of her first serves landing in. That's not a great return. But here's an even worse return for Coco, which is 0 from 5 on break points. They came in back-to-back service games. Muchova held her first service game pretty comfortably from memory. Then she breaks Coco, but then is immediately under pressure on her serve at 15-40. She's also under pressure again on her next service game when she's down love 40. But it matters not. Do make sure you hit that like button, people. And if you're new to the channel, hit subscribe. Okay, 30 love here for Coco. I don't know what this means, Special Angeli, but I like it. Victor thinks the next match will be more tense. I'm not so sure this one's done by a long stretch yet. 30-15 here on the Gauff serve. Ace down the T means 40-15. Ace out wide. 1 love Coco Gauff. In her first service game she has held in this second set. Muchova's serve placement. She's not going for the body. into the ad court, but she is in the deuce court. But look at this. She's going to the Coco Gauff forehand between 6 and 7 out of 10, basically, depending on whether she's serving into the deuce or the ad. Into the ad court, it's 7 out of 10. She's going down the tee into the forehand. She obviously just prefers the tee serve, I reckon. That's why she's doing a bit more there. Backhand return here. It's a nice forehand there from Muchova. She puts that volley away. 15 love. Forehand from Muchova, forehand from Coco. Still on that Coco forehand, and some good depth here from Coco, to be fair, but she's missed the backhand. Good return there from Coco. Got to be careful with being predictable with the serve in terms of going to the forehand too often. Second serve here for Gauff to look at. Forehand return from Coco. Again on her forehand. Some good depth here from Coco, who's now going to go long on that forehand. (40-30). Second serve, is it? I think. Down the tee, forehand return. Backhand just clips the net on the way through. A little bit lucky there from Muchova, but now she puts the slice into the net, so it is deuce. Plenty of people watching right now. Please do hit the like button. And if you haven't done so already, hit subscribe. Oh, that's good depth on that backhand from Coco. It's a really good forehand from her as well. Now can she put the volley away? She can. She's going to get a break point. Now remember, the head-to-head is 6-1 in favour of Coco Gauff. But the one did come in their most recent encounter, which was in Stuttgart. Okay, great point here for Coco, and she's going to get a second serve as well to look at. Backhand return into the forehand of Muchova. Forehand Coco's going to be mishit. It's a shank. Deuce. Forehand return goes into the net. It's the well that she can just occasionally go to when she needs to. Victor talking about Czech ladies doing well at Wimbledon. Indeed. I mean, we had Vondrousova winning the title in 2023. We had, of course, one of the most famous winners of all, or memorable sort of, what's the word? Series of finals from Jana Novotná, where she had 3 Wimbledon finals. The first one, she kind of collapsed in the final set, didn't she, against... Oh, Gauff has missed the volley. 1-1. When I think she was up a break and maybe had break points to go up a double break, something like that on Steffi Graf. But she did get over the line at the third time of asking. I think she lost another final and then came back and won her third on the third occasion, which is just a marvelous story. One of my favorite stories in tennis, actually, if not my most favorite. Is there a most favorite or favorite? I'm also forgetting, of course, Barbora Krejcikova, who I think was sort of a who won it in 2024. She was a kind of a protege, I think, of Novotná's. I think they worked together before Novotná passed away, sadly, at the age of 49, about 8 years ago, maybe. Forehand return from Muchova goes into the net. 15-love. $30-love. We will have all the singles matches remaining in this tournament live on the channel. So do stay tuned for all of those. $40-love. And that return from Muchova is going to land out. So 2-1. Where are we leaning right now? Are we thinking Muchova gets this done in 3, or is Coco... Sorry, is Muchova going to get this done in straights, or is Coco going to mount a comeback? To make sure you hit that like button, and if you haven't done so already, hit subscribe. As we head towards 34,000 subscribers. If you hit subscribe right now in real time, you'll see that number tick over, and it'll be you who made the difference. And we'll be able to keep bringing you streams like this and other streams as well, and other interviews and reviews and analysis and interviews and expertise and nonsense and all things tennis. Okay. So, Noskova here serving love 15. Backhand return from Coco Gauff into the backhand of Noskova, which is going to go long. Sorry, Muchova. What am I saying? Love 30. Matthews thinks that Coco is going to mount a comeback and win the match. I wouldn't rule it out. I wouldn't rule it out. The first set was a bit, I think, misleading in terms of the scoreline. Gauff had 5 break points, couldn't take any of them. Ooh, not a great forehand there from Muchova, somehow putting it into the tram line. Probably should have gone cross court, given where Coco was positioned on the court. And we've got 3 break points for Coco Gauff to break the Muchova serve for the first time in the match. She's had 5 already in the match and not done so. Now can she take one of these 3 opportunities? Muchova serves, goes to the forehand, unsurprisingly. And she's gone... Oh, I thought she'd gone long on that forehand. She hadn't. Very close. She sort of breathes a sigh of relief there, Muchova, because I thought that forehand from her was going to go long. Muchova holds a 21-11 career record on grass, including 13 and 6 at Wimbledon. So she wins about 2/3 of her matches. Is she going to be adding a win to that tally today? Goes down the tee, but misses on the first serve. Second serve, I imagine she'll go to the forehand. But don't double fault. 15-40. She does go to the forehand. It goes into the net on the return. So, 7 break points now have come and gone for Coco Gauff. Is she going to get the job done on the 8th time of asking? 8th time lucky, I don't think is a phrase, but it might become one if Coco does get the break here. Pretty sure, I'm not sure on the first serve. She might go to the backhand on this first serve. She does like the tee. She does go to the backhand. Drop shot here from her, but Coco's going to easily get there and put the winner away. Coco gets the break. Not sure about the 2 decisions that were made there by Muchova. Hindsight and all the rest of it, but I thought maybe she'll go down the tee, forehand on both the first and second serve. She went to the backhand on the first serve, okay, but that's the second drop shot I've seen from Muchova, and it didn't look good, and nor did the previous one. Yeah, and as well, that's a good point, Matthew. I don't think she is finding her spots very well. I said how well Muchova served after the first 2 games against Osaka. It's a nice volley there from Coco at the net. And at the moment, she's in the groove. But yeah, you're right. She served so well against Osaka after those first two service breaks that she suffered from. It's a lovely backhand up the line from Muchova. 15 all. Second serve here from Muchova. Backhand return. Backhand from Coco. Slice from Muchova. Slice from Coco is pretty good. It's a lovely forehand from Muchova, and she puts that forehand away. 15-30. Do let me know in the live chat who you think is going to win. The scoreboard has Muchova, of course, as the slight favourite at the moment. And I did make her just the 51-49 at the beginning of the match. But good aggressive play there from Coco to get to 30 all. The second semi-final will be coming up after this match between Linda Noskova and Marta Kostyuk. We will have Amanda, and I think Valdez will join Amanda at some point during that match, as will Carson for a brief stint as well. Backhand up the line is going to go wide for Muchova. And I can't help but think about that forehand she missed. The one where she was in charge of the point and probably should have gone cross court, but went up the line and put it into the tram lines. When she got broken. Okay, backhand return into the forehand of Coco Gauff. It's a good forehand from Coco. Now it's on the Coco backhand, which she mishits. So it's deuce. Okay. There's Gavin. Backhand from Coco up the line's really good. Now she's on the smash and she puts it away. Gavin McMillan, of course, who Coco hired in August of last year, the biomechanics specialist, I guess charged with more than anything else, just trying to iron out the serve of Coco, in particular trying to avoid those double faults. And I think today it's been pretty apparent. I think she's only hit one in the match so far. 4-1 she leads. At the change of ends. And so it looks like we're going to go 3. Okay, interesting points there from Matthew. Oh, he's brilliant. He's brilliant. Very lucky to have him. And Amanda too. Okay. To make sure you hit subscribe on our channel. And if you do so, you'll see this number tick over in real time. Click subscribe right now and watch this number. Keep an eye on it. Keep an eye on it. Click subscribe. Watch what happens. Blix9 here says, I'm glad you're live. I need to ask a question about tennis. Fair enough. So what's the 30 and 15 next to the scores? Well, that's the score line. 40 and 30. It's the score. He then says a question mark. Then says, okay, never mind. Don't answer me. Bye. Sorry, man. Sorry, Blix. Bless your little heart. I'm here. Can't always answer immediately because I'm watching the tennis. Okay. Back to the scoreline that Blix is frustrated by. It is I get Blix's point, though, in terms of the fact that it is confusing, I guess, to the casual observer. I mean, even those that are well-versed in tennis, like many of our audience, and me too, of course, we can't really explain it. I mean, it could be just 1, 2, 3, 4, rather than 15, 30, 40 game. 15 all here on the Muchova serve. As Matthew highlighted, I think Muchova's got to find her spots a bit better. Ooh, little lucky net cord there for Coco. Muchova thought about coming into the net, but didn't. Maybe she should have done. It's a great backhand from both players. Now they're on the forehands, chasing each other all over the court. What a volley from Coco Gauff. Wow. Eat your words, Jake Davies. 15-30. Good serve out wide there from Muchova to get to 30 all. Good point, Jake. Forehand return. Forehand from Coco is pretty good. It's a pretty good forehand as well. And Muchova's going to go long on that forehand side. I think Muchova's got to kind of make that one. I know she's under a bit of pressure there, but just make it. Even if you make it and make Gauff hit a tricky backhand volley. Instead, it's break point Coco Gauff to pretty much seal this second set and take us to a third. It's going to be a second serve as well. Blix. Forehand return is good from Coco. That forehand from Coco is okay, but that one isn't. To be fair, it took a funny sort of skim off the surface to get to deuce. Which Blix are we talking about? The Norwegian, maybe? Swedish. Deuce, second serve. Maybe she's got to go to the backhand here. I know she's going to go to the forehand, and it's going to be a good return. Another good volley from Coco. And maybe that going to the forehand was too predictable. I mean, Coco was just ready to just unleash on the forehand side. If you're wondering why I keep talking about the Coco forehand, it's sort of the, what's the word? Obvious is too strong, but it's the side you go to when you're not quite sure what to do in particular, because it's the weaker side for Coco. But you've got to be careful and not be too predictable. I would have at deuce there gone to the backhand, for example, on the serve. Okay, now it's on the forehand of Muchova. She's gone long. So we have indeed got the break. 5-1, Gauff leads. It looks like we're going to go 3 sets, ladies and gentlemen. It looks like it. Do make sure you hit that like button. And if you are new to the channel, hit subscribe. 5-1, Gauff leads. Has it been a smart set from Coco or a not so smart set from Muchova, or, as is often the case, a little bit of both? Forehand return is good from Muchova. Well defended by Coco. Oh, Muchova, you've got to make that volley. Dearie me, you were in charge of the point. Oh, dear. And I know this set is probably gone, but at least if you break Coco, you put a bit of doubt in her mind. Good serve down the tee. Just the one double fault from Coco so far. At least to my knowledge, we'll probably get confirmation of that, but that is an excellent improvement for Coco. If Coco can be hitting 1 or 2 double faults per match, I think she wins 9 times out of 10 on all 3 surfaces. And if you're winning 9 out of 10, you're winning a lot of tournaments, my friend. This is the first serve. Second serve here. Gauff just 2 points away. Bit of both, says Jake. That forehand return is going to miss by some distance. And so we are going to get 3 set points for Coco Gauff. And it feels like the momentum is all with Coco right now. If she does indeed seal this and we go to a third, it's got to be Coco as the favorite, right? Misses the first serve, so a second serve for Muchova to look at. Backhand return. It's going to go long. Coco does indeed seal the second set. So we're going 3, ladies and gentlemen. We'll take a quick break, and then we'll be back with you for the third set.
Hey. Thanks for taking the time to, well, you haven't got any choice, actually. I'm just talking at you, if you like. But I'm here also to present to you why I think it's not a bad idea and not that expensive as well if you become a member. And this is how you can do it, and this is what you can gain. So if we look here at the Talking Tennis sort of homepage, if you like, on YouTube, we can see this little button here which says join. It is also pinned in the live chat as well, and you can also, I think, see it just below most of our videos, certainly the live ones and so on. Now, why is it a good idea to join and become a member? Well, in the live chat you can add little funny things, you can add emojis and all sorts of things, but possibly more importantly, you can get to access some live videos, such as this one here, where we look back on the last sort of few moments from the Billie Jean King Cup. So there are little bonuses such as this one, but there are many, many more. And in fact, if we have a quick look at all of the members only stuff, I repeat, you will see very, very quickly some of the top stuff that we've had for members only over the last 12 months since the channel began. Remember, these videos are for members only. You can become a member from as little as about $2 a month, €2 a month, £2 a month, something like that. There are various different things. Oh, and by the way, you'll also be supporting the channel. So it's a win-win-win-win scenario. Let me just show you some of the members only stuff. For example, we've got an exclusive little clip there talking to Laura Siegmund, Laura Tsurenko, her encore interview, some doubles footage there from Monastir, the Germany press conference pre-tournament Billie Jean King Cup, Claire Burrell talking as well to the media in her press conference in Monastir, Storm Hunter and Alicia Parks interview, Rebecca Masarova, her press conference, Coco Gauff, exclusive for members only, albeit it was in Madrid. But these are just some of the things, some of the interviews and etc. Like Lestien here, a chat with him, Emma Navarro, and so on and so forth. So many little bonus videos available for just €2 a month. So, what are you waiting for? Become a member. Or don't. It's okay.
Ready? Play.
And if you're wondering what this little thing is, well, let me tell you now, whether it be tea, coffee, or merely water, it tastes so much better from a talking tennis mug. And you know what? They can be yours if you wish to purchase one from our website. We've also got bags and stickers and hoodies and notebooks. Mira Andreeva. T-shirts as well, of course, coming in both black and white. And we've got a classic jumper for you as well, and many, many other things for you to purchase for excellent prices so you can look like some of the coolest people on the tour. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis.
Ready?
My name is Clara Towson, and I'm a friend of the show.
Boom.
I am Francisca George, and I'm a friend of the show.
Perfect.
Hi, my name is Susan Leemans, and I'm a friend of the show.
My name is Zainab Samaz, and I'm a friend of the show.
Boom.
Hey guys, my name is Sasha Vickery, and I'm a friend of the show.
Boom.
Hi, my name is Lloyd Harris, and I'm a friend of the show.
Perfect.
Hi, my name is Jaime Faria, and I'm a friend of the show.
Boom.
Yes.
Take one. Well done.
Hi, my name is Jasmine Paolini, and I'm a friend of the show.
Wow, Jasmine, you got it in one time.
Ready? Play.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with a bang for the third set. Muchova serving first, up 15-love. Muchova is a world-class player, then she makes the necessary adjustments and ups her game. Needs to respond at the start of this set and show that she won't go away. That's a fair point. 15-love here. Muchova holds a 5-5 record this year against top 10 ranked opponents. Gauff is 3-3 against top 10 opponents. So, of course, Gauff is a top 10 player herself. Oh, Muchova gets lucky there with a net cord. Hey, Rainier. Hope you're well. That's a nice volley there from Muchova. On occasions, the Muchova volley has not delivered today, which is unusual considering she's one of the best on the tour in that department. The drop shot as well has not been successful at all, primarily just because of too much height on the ball for Muchova. Of course, Gauff being one of the quickest as well to respond is probably another reason to avoid that shot. Second serve here for Coco to look at. As Matthew highlights, really important for Muchova to start strong and hold serve here, and if she can do so to love, even better. The forehand return is not going to make it, and so it is 1-love. I mean, serving first in this set and holding would normally make you the slight favorite, right? But because of that momentum, it feels like the momentum right now is with Coco Gauff. Thank you all those people who have liked and subscribed, and in real time you can hit the subscribe button right now and you will see that number tick over. You'll see it actually happen. As soon as you hit subscribe, that number will change. You have made the difference and you can do a dance. Okay, let me know in the live chat. Who's winning this match from here? Coco or Karolina? You can simply write actually M for Muchova or G for Gauff. Write in the live chat who's winning this. M for Muchova, G for Gauff. Go with it right now. I need something in the live chat. Underwhelming, Jake, is my response to that. Underwhelming, but that's it for now. I have nothing else to add to that. Sorry. Good body serve there from Coco to get to 30-love. Okay, Grenier here going for Gauff. Get your predictions in G or M and click return. Come on, people, be brave and call this G or M. From here, I'm calling it G, personally. But let me know what you think. Forehand Gauff. She's going to come into the net here. Is that going to land in? No. 40-love. Come on, people. I need some G's and some M's written in the live chat. Rainier has been confident enough to write G. I need a G or an M. Some people might be waiting to see if Coco holds serve here. Come on, be brave. Second serve for Muchova to look at. M for Muchova or G for Gauff. Write it in the live chat and click return. Yeah, me too. Me too, Jake. Me too. Because if we think about how the first two sets were, the first one was 50-50. I know 6-2 looks pretty bad, but honestly, Muchova had 5 break points. She had her chances. She takes just one of those, and we probably have a very different set. Particularly if you look at how the second set panned out. If she took one of those, we might be done by now. We really might be. But she's gone along with that backhand slice. So it's 40-30. Honestly, she gets one of those break points, we could be done. Or they could be in the locker room and we could be chilling out with our cigars. Not that we smoke cigars. Well, maybe me personally, I probably have one cigar every 10 years. But you know what I mean. Okay. Muchova should win the point from here. But she's not going to. I don't think. Oh, Coco's missed that overhead. Now, if she doesn't hold here and doesn't win the match, that is the kind of thing that will keep you up at night. Not just tonight, but for years to come. Because that's a game point. And then she becomes the warm favorite for the match again, right? Now, she still might hold and everything doesn't matter. By the way, Muchova did not do anywhere near enough with that forehand, did she? That put her in the problem in the first place, which probably also tells you a bit about where Muchova is right now. She's going to have a second serve to look at here. Right now, definitely, Jake, yeah. Don't forget 6-1 head-to-head as well. Okay, second serve here for Muchova to look at. Backhand return. Forehand Coco. Nice backhand there from Coco. Coco on the defense, and she's defending well. Still in this rally. No, Muchova! Ah, dearie me. With Gauff, I said this to Paolo Badosa a few years ago in a press conference. I was like, sometimes it's just about giving the forehand. Don't attack the Coco forehand. Don't take time away on the forehand for Coco. Give her time. Serves, backhand return, drop shot here from Coco. Muchova comes in, should win the point, should win the point, and doesn't. 1 game all. That is not a good game for Muchova at all. It wasn't a good game for Coco, but she wins it, and that's the difference. Muchova really, dearie me. I mean, Muchova wins 3 points in that game, and Coco wins 5. But it should have been the other way around. It really should have. Maybe even more. That should have been a comfortable break, bearing in mind the positions that Muchova was in. And I wonder if that's about the mental side of things. Right now, this is going to be such a difficult match for Muchova to win, and especially if she keeps doing drop shots. Although she's going to win the point there because Coco doesn't take advantage of getting to the ball in decent time. 15 love. Yeah, make sure you give us a follow on Instagram, people. Plenty of content that goes there as well. Good to see our subscriber count ticking over. Please do keep hitting subscribe. Backhand return into the backhand of Muchova, which goes into the net. It's a nice forehand from Muchova. That's going to go long, 30-15. She's just got to hold serve better than she did in that last set, right? She did it in the first service game of this set. (30-15). Forehand return into the backhand of Muchova. That's a fantastic backhand that even Gauff sort of gives a little tap of her racket to. It was a high risk one, and it hit the line. Backhand from Coco goes into the net. 2-1. So at least Muchova's done kind of what Matthew was suggesting she needs to do, which is steady the ship. I don't know, though. The way that's... you're not going to get that many chances, in my opinion, on the Coco Gauff serve anymore. And she had a lot in the way the rallies were panning out. She was on top of almost every single one and somehow managed to lose the game. Which, when you're on the turn, So 2-1. Okay, Gauff to serve. Into the net on the first serve. Yeah, indeed, Rainier, indeed. Forehand return for Muchova is going to go long. So 15 love. And that was a chance on the turn there. It was a very makeable return, if you know what I mean. That can return. It just kisses the net on the way over. That's a wonderful passing shot from Muchova. 15 all. And I know she's pretty good at the lobs and she likes it, but actually I think she's got to do that a bit more. If she's got the chance and the time. It wasn't an easy passing shot by any stretch of the imagination. But make Coco hit the volley. Give her some doubt as well about coming into the net. Second serve here as well. And it makes you wonder about that return in the previous point. She's on top of the point here, Muchova. She's coming into the net. She should win the point from him. She does. 15-30, people. 15-30. Well, well, well. Are we going to get some break points or are we going to get to 30 all? Forehand return. Forehand here from Muchova into the forehand of Coco. And that's going to go long. 15-40. 15-40. I think it's equal in terms of the matchup, in terms of the final. I know Marta is 0-2 against Muchova. Both of those coming on hard courts last year, but both were super close. 3-setters that could have gone either way. She's 2-3 against Coco. So that's the first thing I'll say, but I'll come to some more in a minute. Okay, backhand return is going to make it just over the net. Drop shot here from Coco. Muchova's going to get there, but she's not going to get there. She slipped a little bit. And Coco makes the volley. I don't think Muchova did a lot wrong there. She maybe could have gone cross court, but yeah, maybe go. I mean, hindsight. I try not to think about hindsight too much. The one thing that might give Kostyuk a better chance against Muchova is sort of Grand Slam final experiences. Good serve down the tee from Coco. She's going to hold that service point and get us to deuce. So from 15-40, we're now back to deuce. So probably Muchova. That's what I would say, but it's close. Wasn't the best dropper, no. I don't think, if you're saying shocking regarding her decision to go down the line, I think that's a bit harsh, Jake. Because I think it's hindsight for me. Yes, probably go cross, but if she doesn't get... Yeah. Anyway. Good depth there from Coco. She's going to come into the net again. These net rushes. These net rushes are working for Coco at the moment. Okay. Second serve here. Game point, Coco. Oh dear, what are you doing there? What are you doing, Muchova? That is a terrible point from Karolina Muchova. You should be at juice right now. To be honest with you, the 2 service games from Coco Gauff should have been 2 breaks. Karolina Muchova on a normal day is leading 4-love right now in the deciding set. But she's not, which will be... Because you could look at it like saying, well, at least she's getting in these service games. She's going to keep doing it. No. No. That might be the only chances you get to break in the entire set. You're lucky you've had 2 loose service games from Coco. You're lucky. You might not get 2 more. You might not get 1 more. So now, Muchova's just going to have to serve for her life. It wasn't just the volley. It was also the shot before it. I was already going, no. She was there in good time. 15 love. Oh dear, look at the way she misses. I often think about it. When you miss a serve, it's okay. But if you're missing it by 2 meters. But you're lucky that Coco's got that forehand. $30 love. I mean, listen, if she keeps holding, and she's holding better than Coco at the moment, but it's not because Muchova's doing something to make Coco struggle, if that makes sense. Not much, anyway. And I don't see Coco playing 2 more service games like she just did. Now, Muchova might be sensational and break, but I don't see that level from Coco persisting. Drop shot here is not going to work from Coco. So 40 love. Good news for Muchova is that Coco's not doing a lot on return at the moment. And Muchova's holding pretty cheaply, I would suggest. 3 game points here. Forehand, Muchova's going to miss. 40-15. Forehand, the turn is going to go long. Muchova clenched fist. She holds again without being pressured too much. So 3-2. I need some more of you in the live chat. I've had a few of you suggesting who you think's going to win, but I need to see a G or an M in the live chat to tell me who is going to win this tennis match. I'm backing G right now because of the way the second set went. And the second set was crushing, I think, in terms of the way it went. Whereas the first set looks like it's very similar in terms of the scoreline, especially if you're just joining. But the first set was like 50-50. Muchova just broke when she had the chance. Gauff didn't. She had 5 chances to break and didn't take any of them. She takes one of those, and we have an entirely different first set. We have an entirely different match, and we could be in the locker room right now. Well, not we wouldn't be in the locker room, but Coco and Karolina could be, with Gauff in the final having won in straight sets. We wouldn't be in the locker room, unless you've got a locker room in your own place, or maybe you're watching this from the gym, in which case you can head to the locker room right now and just say, look, I am in the locker room. You don't get this on ESPN or BBC, this type of commentary, talking about locker rooms. So make sure you hit that like button and make sure you subscribe. Here's our subscriber count. Look at that. Nice little tick over there. Little tick. Gauff here, who does have a tick on her serve sometimes as well. We're going to get back to the scoreboard as Gauff serves here at 2-3. First point could be big here. He's going to clip the net on the way through. I don't bet, Ryder. I don't bet. Second serve for Muchova to look at. 2-3. Run around forehand return. Forehand now from Coco is... Now that's the forehand that we don't like to see from Coco if you're a Coco fan or if you're... Yeah. 18 players from the US began the fortnight in the ladies singles draw. Gauff is the only one, though, to reach the semis. And on the men's side, 0 Americans to make the semis, which is very disappointing because I think going into the tournament, on one side of the draw, you had Francis Tiafoe, Ben Shelton, and Taylor Fritz. I think Tommy Paul was on the other side, right? Tommy Paul was on the same side as Yannick Sinner, I think, but I could be wrong on that one. Run around forehand return is not bad, but that's a good forehand from Coco. Ooh, Muchova goes big up the line. It was the right call to go up over the high part of the net. It clipped the net, and as it landed on the other side of the net, I was thinking, is this going to be a dead net called winner for Muchova? But it just clipped the net and landed out. 15-all. You just wonder now, though, if that is it. She had the 2 service games. She had that point. Now is Coco going to knuckle down and serve well for the rest of this set? Backhand return. Forehand here from Coco. Forehand here from Muchova goes into the net. 30-15. This is going to be such a... I think this could be the most painful loss, perhaps, of Muchova's career. This could be. Because of the chances. Especially at the beginning of this set. And I don't mean break... She's not had a break point yet, I don't think, has she? Or maybe she had one. She might have had one in this set. And we're just not getting double faults from Coco at the moment either. Yes, the forehand is sometimes a weakness, but not bad there. Oh, Muchova. Oh, Muchova. 30-all. Okay, second serve again. Gauff is not getting many of her first serves in at the moment, which is giving Karolina a chance. 30-all. But she's just not hitting double faults. 40-30. Game point, Gauff. It's difficult to see Muchova winning the match right now. It's difficult. Not impossible, but difficult. Not impossible because of the scoreline. Look at the scoreline. I mean, she gets to juice here. For sure, but I fear the worst. Good serve down the tee. Forehand return. Backhand from Coco is pretty good. Muchova on the defense. Muchova on the defense. Muchova still on the defense. She's not going to make that backhand slice. And you know what? I am the least surprised person on the planet right now that we've got to 3 games all. Now, in this service game, more than any other, you have got to find your spots. It's not the biggest service game of Karolina Muchova's career. I was just about to say maybe it is, but no. That for sure was the French Open final of 2023. At 4-3 up in the deciding set. Look at that return from... Oh, wonderful Karolina. Like a ballerina. And I'm a poet and I don't even know it. Yeah, she was 4-3 up with a break on Swiatek in the deciding set in Paris. And didn't hold. And that was the biggest service game of her career. No doubt about that. Okay, 15 love. Still want some people in the live chat. I need some G's and some M's. Who you're backing. Second serve here. Good for Hubba, who's backing Muchova. In the minority right now, I think. But, yeah. Second serve. Forehand return. Backhand from Muchova into the forehand of Coco. Good depth there from Muchova. Drop shot from Karolina, but Gauff is going to get there. That's a tricky smash from Gauff, but she makes it. 15 all. What are you doing the drop shot for? What are you doing the drop shot for, Muchova? What are you doing the drop shot for? That is just almost suicide against Coco. Unless her court position is really bad or you execute the perfect drop shot. Otherwise, you're in big trouble. And that's exactly what keeps happening. I say keeps happening. On the 2 or 3 occasions, Muchova has gone for the drop shot. There you go, though. Go to the well sometimes, like there. Serve out wide in the forehand. It's a good serve as well, to be fair. That wasn't really a case of Coco being poor on the forehand. That was a case of finding your spot on the serve. Big serve, that. 30-15. Three all, 30-15. That's another good serve from Muchova. Really good serve. I said she's got to find her spots, and she has done so in this service game. Just don't do any more. Unless it's just the obvious shot to go for. You know, if Coco's at a court position, for example, and you're bringing her back across court final, but there you go. There's your spots. That is exactly what I called for in this service game, and exactly what she was missing in the second set was those spots. Whether she gets the first serve or the second serve in, whether Coco's amazing on return or not, if she's getting her spots like that, there's nothing Coco can do. 4-3. And it has been, listen, here's some sunshine for Karolina. It's been 4 comfortable holds for her. I don't think she's been to deuce. She certainly hasn't had any break points to save. She's pushing Coco. She's getting at least 2 points on every Coco service game. She's been to 2 of the 3 have been to deuce. And also, she's up in a lot of the rallies. The problem is she should have broken Coco at least twice from those 3 service games, in my opinion. Bearing in mind, she's got to deuce on 2 of them. She's got to 30 on the other. But she's also in winning positions on probably another 3 or 4 points. Winning positions on 3 or 4 points, you should be winning 2 or 3 of those, and you should be breaking twice. I think the Talking Tennis contributor that is on the most streams throughout the season. When you say contributor, do you mean in the live chat, Jake? Right, Coco, here's serving. Volley. Now, Muchova, what are you doing? Oh, this is painful. You've got to be going up the line there. You've got a really easy up the line shot. There's only one shot that gives Coco a chance of getting back in the rally or winning the point, and that's going cross court. Look at where Coco, you freeze frame that, and you look at where Coco is on the court. She is not getting anywhere near a shot up the line, just not even close. The only way Coco wins the shot up the line is if Muchova doesn't execute. And that is down to the doubt that Muchova has in her mind right now. 30 love. Second serve. I think there is a way of honouring Damien. I just think we can do it in a different way in terms of, I don't want to compare or anything like that. Good backhand there from Coco. She comes into the net. Doesn't really do enough with that volley, but now she's got another one. And it's not the most conventional of backhand volleys there, but she puts it away. 40 love. Dunst and Darlington, 2893. If you can hit the like button, please, but also hit subscribe. That would be amazing. Thank you very much. 40 love. Backhand return. Drop shot from Coco. Muchova there. Muchova again. She's lost the point here, surely. Oh, nice touch at the net from Coco. 4-all. No complaints on that point for me in terms of the way Muchova approached it. Just too good in the end from Coco. No, 100% no. Absolutely, you go up the line with that chance she had. I think it was on the first point of the game. I think it was at 15. Maybe it was the 15 love. Yeah, I think it was the first point, wasn't it? 4-all. I don't know about big match experience, but just dealing with big matches and dealing with big moments. 4-all, second serve, Muchova. That's clever for Muchova. That's clever. And the right choice. Going in behind Gauff there. 15 love. This might be the game, you know. This might be the game that decides the match because Muchova holds, Coco's then serving to stay in the match, right? And all sorts of things can happen then. But this is a huge game for Karolina Muchova because she gets broken. And I feel like she's been getting away with it a little bit in terms of this set. She had one really good service game in the previous service game when she hit her spots nicely. But the other three, yeah, she held, but okay. Misses the first serve. Don't double fault, Karolina. 4-all, 15 love. Second serve. Nice backhand return. Backhand, though, from Muchova goes into the net. Now, I don't know if that was a tired or anxious backhand. Good return there from Coco. That's on the Coco forehand. I guess you're just going to stay on that forehand for now because you're just not sure, though there's a slice there from both players. Oh, you've just missed that backhand cross court by the finest of margins. And 15-30 is huge because 30-15 is good, right? If you're Karolina Muchova, I'm probably stating the obvious right now, but yeah, 15-30. We will have the Moskova match on as well. Yes, stay with us. Make sure you hit the notification bell in the corner so you know whenever we go live. Nice one, Muchova. That wasn't the cleanest of volleys, was it? She comes in for the serve volley there. And the volley wasn't easy. And it went deep, but then the second volley was easy. Just put it away. 30 all. But still. The architect of her own downfall, maybe. That's the problem, isn't it, mentally, right now for Karolina. 4 all, 30 all. Hit your spots. No, that's not your spot. I've got Jana Novotná going through my mind right now. That was a final, and she was up break on Steffi Graf. But that's going to go long on the backhand side. So we're going to have a break point. And Muchova knows that Gauff is a mental giant in these moments. I told you this is the game. This was and is the game. I told you. I've been watching tennis for a long time. Probably before most of you were even born. Not all of you, but many of you. I've forgotten more tennis matches than you know. 30-40. And misses her spot again. Misses her first serve. I felt a double fault in this game, but we'll see. Backhand return. Into the net. Got out of jail there, Karolina. Because that was a nervy second serve. I think and you could tell that she just wanted to make it because of how, in the end, it just landed in the court. And she just I want to just make this serve. I'm not worrying about the forehand or the backhand from Gauff. I'm just going to make the serve and see how it pans out. Anyway, deuce. And she's missed the first serve again. She cannot buy a first serve at the moment. My palms are sweating and I'm not even playing. Ooh, look at that sort of head jerk there. Backhand return. Forehand. Drop shot. Muchova comes in. Redrop. Goes over her head. Muchova's going to get a racket on this. It's going to be a smash. It's going to be easy for Coco. Break point number 2 for Coco Gauff. Muchova, you've got to be making this first serve and you've got to be hitting your spot. Absolutely. Gauff has just been okay, let's say, in this set. The problem for Muchova, she's put herself in this position. Now, if it's too nervy, fine, I understand. But you've put yourself in this position when you should be up a break or 2 already in this set. And look how, I told you, look how much she's missing the first serve by. Now she's just going to get this in. She's just going to try and get this in. But she might well pay the price either way. Backhand return. Forehand into the forehand of Coco, which is going to miss. And you're lucky there, Karolina. You got that every now and again. Coco's forehand is going to break down. Deuce. Woohoo! Coco Gauff will win, says Moses. I think you might be right, my friend. I think you might be right. Right. Deuce. Muchova's not at a game point yet in this game. She's got to make this first serve. She's made it, but she didn't hit a spot. Ooh, now it's Coco's turn to just miss a backhand cross court. I think it missed by, look at that, millimeters out. Woo-hoo. Tell you what, it's gripping, right? It's gripping, this match. Tennis doesn't always have to be the highest order. It's gripping. Look at the grin on the... I think that's Muchova's coach, I think. Certainly a senior member of her team, anyway. This time she gets a first serving. She holds! 5-4. Well done, Karolina Muchova, especially on that last serve. Because that's the first serve that she was needing throughout that game that she was rarely finding. And she holds. And now, the pressure's on Coco Gauff. Right, I still need some G's and some M's in the live chat. I need to see more G's and M's. Who is winning this match? M for Muchova, hit return. G for Gauff, and then hit return. And then, if you haven't already done so, hit subscribe. Watch the number tick over in real time and do a little dance and know that you've made a difference. If you're just tuning in, Gauff is about to serve to stay in the match at 4-5 in the deciding set. I tell you what, Muchova's got away with one there. She's got away with that because there was a backhand return that was very makeable that Gauff dumped into the net. There was the backhand cross court that landed millimeters out. There were so many second serves for Coco to look at. There was a forehand up the line that Coco really should be making. Should be keeping the rally going another couple of shots. Coco as well had a super easy smash that she put away. But yeah, hit subscribe right now. That will tick over. You will have made a difference and I'll share the score once again. As soon as somebody hits subscribe, the scoreboard goes back up. And know that you've made the difference. And you can see it happen in real time. Coco Gauff now about to serve to stay in the match. But can she stay in the match? Forehand here from Coco. Into the backhand of... Oh! Little net cord there. Cheeky net cord. Oh, Muchova! Oh, my goodness me. I'm sorry, Muchova. You've got to win that point. Oh, my goodness me. I can't believe that. I can't believe that. The club player puts that away. Honestly, I've got to stand up now. This is ridiculous. Forehand here for Coco. Backhand lofted up. You've got to go big on that backhand. But the previous point, it's there. On the backhand side, just go up the line and get it over the net. And you're very, very close to your first ever Wimbledon final. Second serve. Backhand return. Backhand now from Coco goes into the net. 30-15. So, let's be... Muchova, be positive. You're 3 points away from your first ever Wimbledon final. Coco forehand into the forehand and Muchova. She goes cross court. Oh, lovely cushion volley there from Coco Gauff under pressure. Ooh, just misses her first serve there. 40-15, second serve. Backhand return, backhand Coco. Forehand Muchova goes long. 5-all. Hubba hubba, says Muchova. Dunstan Darlington, says Gauff. And 6-7-3-8 says Gauff. Jake says Gauff. And I think I say Gauff as well. 5-all. Gauff is going to change her racket. The first 2 sets combined lasted just over an hour. This third set is just under an hour. And will probably breach the hour mark. Now, Muchova had her dodgy service game, I would suggest, in the previous service game at 4-all. She can't afford another one like that. Ooh, Gauff gets lucky with that net cord. Love 15. Okay. Forehand return. Forehand here. It's a lovely backhand there from Coco. Good depth there from Muchova. Slice from Muchova. Forehand here from Coco. It's pretty good, actually. It's a wonderful backhand from Coco Gauff. That is top draw. World class from the number 7 seed. And I'm sure one day a world number 1. She's already going to be top 4, whatever happens in this match, come next week. If she wins the title, I think she got number 3 in the world. Oh, that return just went long, which is lucky for Muchova, because no way she was going to get anything on that in terms of anything positive. It went out by a few centimeters. $15.30. Oh, it's a good serve. But she's got lucky there, Muchova, with that net cord. Okay, the rally continues here. Okay. Ooh. Well done, Coco. It's another good backhand from her. It's another volley from it. Well done, Muchova, for holding your nerve there. And look, she's just struggling physically now, Karolina. Just stretching down to her shins. Whether it's the Achilles or the calves, I'm not sure. Maybe it's just the nature of that rally. Maybe it's the nature of the match. But this third set has been pretty physical compared to the previous 2. Both in terms of the rallies, but also in terms of the time on court for this third set, which has been a lot longer than the previous 2. Get your spot serve in here, Muchova, and you've got a great chance of holding. Missed the first serve. Oh, it was close, to be fair. It was close to an ace. But no cigar, Jake Davies, no cigar. Second serve here, 30-all. How's your nerve and how's your serve? Into the rally. Coco on the defense on that forehand. It's a lovely forehand cross-court winner from Karolina Muchova. And now she's just feeling her stomach. Fingers crossed there's no ab issue right now. I mean, she's such a fragile player. And I mean that in the nicest sense in terms of being injury struck or injury stricken during her career. Game point, Karolina Muchova. Important to keep an eye on those service speeds. If there is an ab issue, it will become apparent if this is below 100 miles an hour, this first serve. Let's have a look. She gets the first serve in. Oh, that return just lands in. Open court for Muchova. She makes it. Well done, Karolina Muchova. 6-5. Well done. Take a bow. 6-5. Gauff is going to serve to stay in the match again, but she served it pretty well, didn't she, before when she got to 15? She held to 15, didn't she? Whew. 200 people watching right now on YouTube. Come on, people, hit that subscribe button. All of you, wonderful that you've joined us. Hit subscribe and watch that number tick over. But also, just so you know, it's a third set and Coco Gauff is serving to stay in the match at 5-6 in the third set. In terms of the physicality of this, especially from Muchova's point of view, it's probably quite good news for her opponent in the final. Right. Here we go, people. 5-6. Coco Gauff to serve. Gets the first serve in. Muchova dealt with it pretty well. Now there's a chance for Karolina, but it's still the rally going on, but she's on the attack. She's loosening up a bit more. But that's a great shot from Coco Gauff. Nothing Muchova could do about that. 15 love. Remember, if we go to a tie break, it's a 10-point tie break, ladies and gentlemen. I'm now getting memories of Vekic against Paolini in that match that they had a couple of years ago at this stage. An epic as well. Good serve there from Coco. Oh, well done to get that return in terms of Muchova. Oh, the forehand from Coco. 15 all. Breaks down into the net. How is your nerve and how is your serve? Not bad. Good serve from Coco. 30-15. Okay. 30-15. Gauff serving to stay in the match. Backhand return. Oh, he's going to land just out. 40-15. Remember, Gauff held to 15 in her previous service game. And she's just clutching at her abs there. Once again, Muchova. Fingers crossed it's nothing serious. Block return. Forehand here from Coco cross court. Muchova up the line. It's not bad. Gauff can't deal with it. 40-30. 40-30, ladies and gentlemen. Gauff 1 point away from forcing a tie break. Muchova 3 points away from the final. Drop shot here. Muchova gets to it, but misses. We're going to a tie break, ladies and gentlemen. Tie break time. Okay. Get your predictions in for the tie break in the live chat. Who is winning the tie break? M for Muchova, G for Gauff. Get in that live chat right now and tell me who's winning this. I'll tell you from my point of view, Gauff. Gauff is winning this tie break. I'll be surprised. But I've been surprised by tennis before. G or M, click in the live chat right now and I'll share it on the screen. Get in the live chat. Here we go. Tie break time. G as well from Al Mundo. Muchova serving first. Keep an eye on that ab situation. How many miles an hour will this serve be? She's missed it. 112, so that's not too bad. But she's missed the first serve. That's a hell of a call, Victor. 10-2 Muchova. That's 10-2 was the score that Alcaraz won that fifth set tiebreak against. Oh, miss hit return. from Gauff. 1-0. So at the moment, Victor, you're looking fine. Gauff misses the first serve. Remember, Gauff has hit one double fault in the entire match, which for her is sensational. Forehand return. Decent for Muchova. You're in charge at this point. Oh, no. What are you doing going there, though? You've got to go the other direction, Karolina. You've got to go the other direction. I knew it. So many... And I knew it as soon as she approaches that. You've got to go across court there. I know Coco's a little weaker on the forehand side, but still. There you go. Coco gets her first serve in. Muchova in big trouble in this rally. That's a nice cross court, though, from Karolina. 2-1. Feels her ab again. Muchova again, Hubba Bubba. Gauff, of course, again, says Dunstan Darlington. The great Gauff. Let's see if this happens, Victor. Victor, take a bow if it's 10-2, Muchova. You're on course in a way. You probably need the next couple of points at least to go Muchova's way. Get to 5-1 change of ends and you're exactly on course for 10-2. Misplaced ball toss there. Where are you going to go with this serve? Good serve. Comes into the net. Oh, my goodness me. Karolina Muchova. Take a bow. I thought the return was going to be too good from Coco, but she picks it up on the half volley and hits probably the best half volley she's ever hit in her life. And by the way, her touch, she's pretty good at half volleys, but that was sensational. 3-1. Getting an applause from Coco. I just think Coco's a bit more relaxed at the moment of the two. She's been in slam finals before. She's won Grand Slams. Nice serve down the tee there from Muchova, 4-1. But she's in pain right now, Karolina. I am worried. I am very, very, very worried in terms of where the ab situation is. Although I will say this, the serve speed's okay so far. But I'm worried for this tie break, but I'm also worried for Karolina in the final because remember Rafa Nadal a couple of years ago with a similar issue. Oh, that's lucky, Gauff there, close to the line. That's going to go out. That's going to go out. 4-2. I can't believe it. I'm watching that. I mean, by the way, the speed and unbelievable shot that Gauff did before it, but Muchova just gets her racket on it and you think it's going to be enough. And in slow motion, we're watching that ball. We're all watching that ball, waiting for it to drop, waiting for it to drop. And it didn't drop soon enough from Muchova's point of view. Muchova holds a 5-0 record this year in tie breaks. Indeed, and 2 of them came here. Gauff is 6-3, so still pretty good from Coco Gauff as well. It's advantage Muchova right now, but 5-1 would have been absolutely massive. I don't dislike the drop shot there that she did either, by the way. Tactically, I think she was okay on that point. Yes, Gauff made it, but... Okay, 4-2. 4-3. So, ciao, Victor, in terms of that prediction. 4-3. And now, that pain in the ab for Muchova. It's the 4-1 point. Because if it's 5-1 change of ends, suddenly Muchova is a warm favourite, right? Now at 4-3, I still make Coco the favourite. Okay, Muchova to serve. 3-4. She needs 2 holes, or I think she's in big trouble. Lovely forehand there. Oh, what a volley from Karolina Muchova. She's on the floor. Boris Becker, eat your heart out. 5-3. Look at that. Stretching every sinew, which if she is hurting in the abs right now is going to be incredible. Wow. Okay, Muchova to serve. Good spot serve down the tee. I said she needed 2 holds, two good serves and two service point helps. 6-3 Muchova. Six three. Gauff serves into the net on the first serve. Forehand return. Forehand from Gauff. Forehand from Muchova. This feels like a point that Muchova should win. What a cross-court pass, though, from Gauff. 6-4. Backhand return. Forehand Coco. Coco not missing at the moment. Good forehand from her. Oh, that's landed in. Good forehand up the line there. Lovely forehand from Coco. Oh, well done, Coco Gauff. 6-5. Tell you what a tiebreak this has been thus far. Six five. Gauff is favourite for me still. Gauff is favourite. Only 2 service holds here for Muchova would make me change my mind on that one. And she's missed her first serve, Muchova. Remember, she's been in charge of this tiebreak pretty much all the way through. But is she about to lose control? Yes, she is. 6-all. And is that the moment where finally the pendulum firmly swings towards Coco Gauff? Remember that 4-2 point, or I should say 4-1 point. Six all. Remember that 4-1 point where she gets her racket on it and it goes just long. 5-1 change of ends and yeah. But here we are. Okay, Muchova to serve. Good serve down the tee, but Gauff is so athletic. She gets her racket on that. And she mishits the backhand. 7-6 Muchova. Wow. 7-6 Muchova. Second serve as well. So that's good news for Muchova. She needs some good news right now in terms of the momentum of this tiebreak. One double fault in the entire match from Coco so far. It's on serve at 6-7 with Gauff serving. Forehand, the turn is going to miss. 7-all. And now, the opportunities that Muchova's had in this tiebreak and throughout this set will be weighing heavier than ever before. Remember, she's pretty much not... I don't think she's been behind in this tiebreak. Oh, Coco just misses that first serve. One of the best first servers in the world, if not the best first server in the world. She's certainly up there, but she's missed it. Double fault! Double fault, Coco Gauff. 8-7 Muchova. The second double fault of the match for Coco Gauff coming at this moment. Honest, but this is not done yet. This is not done yet. I know it's 2 service holds for Muchova, but now, boy, oh boy, 8-7. Muchova to serve. Misses the first serve. Hits the net and lands out. Is she now going to replicate a double fault? She's not hit a double fault in the entire match. Okay, where are you going to go with this serve? It lands in. Forehand has got a chance, but Gauff is defending well. Now Gauff on the backhand. Muchova misses the forehand. 8-all. Pressure, pressure, pressure. Coco Gauff has been behind or not in front in this entire tiebreak. In the entire tiebreak. The winner of the next point is going to have a match point. Muchova needs that first serve that she can barely buy at the moment. 8-8. Muchova gets a time violation warning, which I think is ill-timed. This doesn't really mean much, but it might just disrupt her a little bit, or it might calm her. I don't know. 8-all. Misses the first serve, so she doesn't want that time violation warning now for sure. Next time she gets one, she'll have to miss a first. She'll lose a first serve. She's misplaced the ball toss. I don't know. I don't like that time violation, but maybe, yeah. Backhand goes long for Muchova. And Gauff leads the tiebreak for the first time. 9-8 with a mini break advantage. She has a match point. It's on her serve. She serves second in the tiebreak. She serves second throughout the deciding set. She has been down on the scoreboard until right now. Exactly right now. Match point, Coco Gauff. First serve down the tee. Gauff. Oh my goodness me! It was there for Coco. It was there. She gets an amazing first serve down the tee. Muchova somehow gets it back in play, and she's got an easy sort of just go for that sort of slice, get some depth on it as well. And she puts it into the net, 9-all, change of ends. A match point has come and gone for Coco Gauff on her serve. Wow, tennis, ladies and gentlemen, never change that scoring system. Nine all. Gauff to serve. It's going to be another match point for one of these two players in a moment. Now it's Coco's turn to misplace a ball toss. She's missed the first serve. Second serve. She makes it. It's a really good second serve. She comes into the net. It's a good volley, but surely Muchova wins the point here. She's unbelievable! Unbelievable! I don't believe that. I don't believe it. Of all the shots available to Muchova, she goes for the lob, and it is exquisite. She now has a match point on her serve. Oh boy, what a match. What a tie break. What a sport. 10-9. I'm about to lose my voice Harry Kane style. Gets the first serve in. Muchova comes into the net. Has the volley. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness me! Muchova slips! It's a great shot from Coco who hung in there. But Muchova slips at the crucial moment. Otherwise, she's got a fairly routine volley. She probably doesn't do enough with the first volley, to be fair. But second volley, routine. And she slips. 10-10. Cowboy time, as I used to get told years ago. 10 to 10 to 10, 10, 10, 10 to 10 to 10, 10, 10. Gets the first serve in, the backhand return. Forehand Muchova. She thought about coming to the net, but didn't. Now it's on the forehand of Coco. Muchova attacks, but Coco's so good on defense. She slips herself, and it's going to be another match point for Muchova. She kept her nerve there on that forehand. 11-10. It's another match point for Karolina, but it is on the turn. That time it was Coco who slipped, but it's easy then when you see your opponent slip to lose your concentration, but she didn't. 11-10. Second serve as well for Muchova here. I tell you what, this is just unbelievable. Unbelievable. Forehand return. Backhand from Coco. Forehand cross court into the backhand of Coco. Up to the forehand now, Coco, which goes up the line. Backhand cross court from Muchova. Backhand here from Coco. Backhand up the line from Muchova's. Should be too good, but Coco's going to get it. Muchova's won! Karolina Muchova! As I go all Harry Kane. 6-2, 1-6, 7-6 in, I think, the match of the year. Unbelievable. It's the second time in 3 years we've had a tie-break or a match like that in terms of a deciding set tie-break. 2 years ago, it's Paolini who won. This year, it's Karolina Muchova, and I can barely say her name. What a match. What a player. What a pair of players. And what a sport. And what a scoring system. Tennis in that respect. You get a lot of things wrong, but the scoring system is not one of those things. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Muchova can't believe it. She was grimacing as Leah here points out at various points towards the end of the match. I hope that that's going to be okay in terms of going forward ahead of the final. But I think she's okay. I mean, the service speeds looked all right. And yes, she was grimacing towards the end of the set, that third set, but not so much in the tie break. But what about that match point that Coco Gauff had? What about that match point? She serves down the tee. It's a fantastic serve. She's got a short ball, Coco, and she's got the racket like this. She just needs to get it in the court and she wins the point, but she doesn't get it over the net. Congrats to Coco Gauff. To Coco Gauff as well for providing us with a lot of entertainment. She didn't play her best today, but it's hats off to her that she can not play her best in a Grand Slam semi-final and still have a match point and come so close to winning it. I mean, one of the matches of the tournament, she'll say. It's one of the matches of the year. No doubt about it. She saved a match point, as I highlighted. It's her second Grand Slam final. Will it be her last chance of Grand Slam glory? Probably a bit too early to say that, but bearing in mind her health issues she's had over the years, She's 29 years old, going to turn 30 before the US Open. The natural surfaces for me is always where it's most likely to come. I know she's made the US Open semi-final before, but we're going to hear from Karolina right now after that incredible win in 2 hours and 35 minutes. Wow. Is the ab okay?
Karolina, where to start with this one? Let's start by saying you are through to the finals of Wimbledon.
That's a great way to begin the encore. Listen, a lot of encore interviews are not great, but that's a good way to start.
Fine margins between going through to a final and going home. When you are in a battle like that, do you have time to think, or is it a battle of survival?
Thank you. First of all, it sounds really nice to be in a final. Honestly, it was such a big fight. It was roller coaster. As you said, you're up and down. In 10 seconds, you have match point, then your match point down. It's no time to think, but very nerve-wracking. I was, I don't know. I don't even know what I'm saying. I'm really kind of shaking and trying to sink it in, but the atmosphere here, indescribable. Thank you, everyone who came and supported us.
We saw you holding your side, and I think everybody was getting quite nervous. First of all,
Is she okay?
Are you okay? Because we know how tough it's been for you over the years, even to get back to this point.
Yeah, I'm okay. I just was trying to catch a breath,
Okay.
But no, I'm good.
Good.
Yeah,
I was worried about the abs, but she's
I
okay.
think you're very good. People might not realise, but this is actually the first time that you have been out on centre court. I think you came down with your team last night to see what it was like to get a
That's
photo.
crazy.
You've got the chance to get another photo on Saturday. But just tell us what
Never
it
been
was
on centre
like
court before.
to come out here for the very first time. It's such a huge moment as well.
Yeah, there's so many of us tennis players, and I don't think many of us get to play on this court, and it's such a history of our sport, and it's incredible, very special moment. We came here to warm up with Linda actually before these semis, and I took a photo. It's just a nice moment to experience all of this, and this court is beautiful.
Well, you get to do it all again on Saturday because you were through to the finals here at Wimbledon. Put your hands together.
Thank you.
Karolina Muchova. The deciding set was longer than the previous two sets put together. Excuse me. I think you'll understand that my voice is not ready for a second semi-final. Well, the good news is that Amanda and Valdez and Carson will be bringing you the second semi-final as we bring you our team of expert commentators to bring that one. And I can catch my breath and maybe my composure ahead of more watch-alongs tomorrow and, of course, throughout the weekend. We have every single match for the remainder of the singles tournament here live on the channel. So please do join us for that. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you know every time that we go live and you won't miss a single one. Reflecting on this match, well, first set was actually nip and tuck. And I guess if Coco has some regrets, it'll be also about the first set where she had 5 break points, couldn't take any of them, as eventually Muchova won it 6-2. But the scoreline was a bit deceptive. It was actually a 50-50 set. It was just about taking your chances. I think at the end of the first set, Muchova was 2 from 4 on break points. And so that was important. And then the second set was probably a little bit about how Coco adjusted. She then started net rushing, didn't she, Karolina? And Karolina was befuddled by it, didn't know how to deal with it. Coco was starting to take charge of things. And as we went into the third set, because it was a comfortable set for Coco, very different. I know the two sets look like they're very similar in scorelines, but the second set was dominated by Coco as she found her feet and she found her level and she found the moment in which to strike. And yeah, and Karolina looked a bit lost, didn't she, during that moment? Then, though, to begin the third set, it was all about whether Coco and sorry, whether Karolina could then sort of find something else. She was holding serve quite well, Karolina, until 4-all. On the other side, Coco was not holding serve well and was getting down in the points. She wasn't playing very well in the third set, but Muchova was letting her off the hook on a few occasions, particularly during rallies, particularly during moments when there were short balls that Karolina was inexplicably choosing the wrong way. She would right that wrong, though, in the tiebreak, but we'll come to that at the moment. And then suddenly you're at 4-all, and she had to save a couple of break points because finally, of course, she didn't find her spots. She didn't find her places on the serve. 4-all, Coco Gauff, though, didn't take advantage. I think there was 1 second serve return that Muchova just landed in the court because she just didn't want a double fault. And it was on the backhand side for Coco, and she didn't take the chance. Eventually, Muchova holds. We then have a couple of nervy games from both players, but eventually we get to the tiebreak. No match points involved either. And in the tiebreak, Muchova was up 4-1, playing really well again. Just starting to relax. There was a few moments where we were concerned about the ab issue, but she has allayed those fears, hasn't she, in her post-match interview, that she is okay, which is great in terms of looking forward to the final. But yeah, she's playing it. And then she's got that 4-1 point. She's up in the rally again. She probably doesn't do quite enough with that shot down the line. Coco goes for the cross court. She gets her racket on it. And then in slow motion, we're just watching this. And this is a huge point. 4-1 to 5-1. And you're almost home and dry, right, in the tiebreak. I know it's first to 10. But it's slow motion as we see her reaction volley. And it just sails long. And a relief for Coco. And it felt like, even at 4-2, that's still enough. Because the momentum still felt like it was with Coco at that point. Having seen what we saw in the second set, even the way the third set was panning out with those missed opportunities for Karolina. 4-2 change of ends. Now, Karolina then gets to 4-3, but Karolina has a couple of big holes for 6-3. That was important for her. However, Gauff reels her in, doesn't she? And we get to, what was it, maybe 8-all? I can't remember the exact point as well. But there was an exquisite lob when really it's the least likely shot to go for. Muchova goes for a lob around about 8-all, 9-all. I can't remember. Maybe 9-all. So I've got to take a sip of water here. Anyway, she goes for the lob. It works perfectly. It catches everyone by surprise, including Coco and me. But probably the biggest moment in the match. 9-all. Coco gets a match point. 10-9. She also, by the way, Coco did double fault in the tiebreak, just her second double fault of the match. Ill-timed, I guess. But we then get to 10-9. Coco Gauff now finally is up on the scoreboard. And she'd been down pretty much all the time, hadn't she, from losing the first set and then was serving second in the third and down in the tiebreak almost all the way through until those final couple of moments there. She's now 10-9. She gets a first serve in. What more can you do? It's a good spot serve down the tee. Muchova reacts really well. It's a match point for Coco Gauff to get into her first Wimbledon final. Muchova reacts really well, gets her racket on it. It goes just over the net, but actually with enough distance to the net, it doesn't make it a difficult shot for Coco. It's just one of those where you can do one of those sort of squash shots and actually get good depth on it. We see Carlos Alcaraz execute these beautifully sometimes. She does go for that sort of shot, but somehow puts it into the net. Match point. 10-all. Muchova wins the next point and the next one and is into her first ever Wimbledon final. Join us for the next watch along for the next semi-final, which if it's half as good as this one, will be very entertaining. And also, of course, join us throughout Wimbledon as we bring you more of these. Hit that like button, hit subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification bell. You're going to get a reminder of all that jazz right now. And see you in just a few moments for Linda Noska for against Marta Kostyuk.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis.